This is Jarrod Horak. This is my final Horse of the Day video at Del Mar for their 2023 Bing Crosby season, the 13th and final day of the meet, Sunday, December 3rd, and I'm going to do the Matriarch Stakes in this video. Now, through the first 12 days of their meet, I did have a scratch in one of my videos. That was the Red Carpet Stakes, my top choice scratch there. And after that scratch, I mentioned in my other videos that I was going to be giving out an alternate selection in case my top choice scratches. So I will do that in this video as well. And so through the first 11 races in this series, my top choices have 5 wins and 3 runner-up finishes. And I'm 2 for 2 this week. I had Lorona on December 1st. And then I also had program trading on December 2nd in the Grade 1 Hollywood Derby. And then going back to last Sunday, Mr. Fisk, my top choice winner, he won the Native Diver Stakes. So I've had 3 in a row now on this Horse of the Day video series. I've caught fire at the end of the meet. 5 for 11 overall. And those 5 winners brought back a total of $21. But we're going to need one more winner to show a flat bet profit in this Horse of the Day video series. So let's see if we can get that last winner on closing day, finish up the meet strong. And if you're interested in purchasing my Del Mar full card for their closing day, you will find that full card at the runawayhorse.com on my sales page. That's my personal website. And I'm also going to be covering for later this winter, December 26th, opening day of the Santa Anita Winter Meet. I will be covering that winter meet like I do every year. And you can also purchase my full cards at todaysracingdigest.com. And if you want to read my 2024 Kentucky Derby and Kentucky Oaks articles, go over to todaysracingdigest.com. Right on their homepage at the top, you will see a Kentucky Derby tab. Click on that. It will take you over there to their Kentucky Derby page, and you will be able to read all of my Kentucky Derby and Kentucky Oaks articles. For the Kentucky Oaks, earlier this week, I unveiled my first top 5 Oaks contenders. I went through the Kentucky Oaks points races and recapped those, updated the point standings, and then gave out my top 5 Oaks fillies. I'm going to do the same thing for the Kentucky Derby next week. I'm going to go through all the points races, and I'm going to update the point standings, and then I'm going to give out my exceptional 11 Kentucky Derby contenders for next year. So check out that article next week and all kinds of articles that I'm going to be posting as we head to the 2024 Kentucky Oaks and Kentucky Derby. And now I'm going to do the analysis of this video. And as I said, I'm going to do the Matriarch Stakes. It's going to be race 7 for Sunday, December 3rd, 2023. Grade 1, $300,000 Matriarch Stakes. Fillies and mares, 1 mile on the turf course. Scheduled post time is 6:25 p.m. Eastern. Let's pull up the field right now. And Elounda Queen is going to break from the inside post for trainer Phil D'Amato with Hector Berrios aboard. She is 30-1. Hamwood Flier, another D'Amato trainee, and she's probably the one to catch in here. Antonio Fresu will ride this filly, and she's 12-1. Surge Capacity for Chad Brown with Joel Rosario up 8-1. Gracelund Gray for Peter Urton. Mike Smith will ride this 20-1 long shot. Whitebeam, another Chad Brown trainee with Flavian Pratt aboard, 3-1 morning line. Beaute Cachee for trainer Chad Brown with Umberto Rispoli. This one's 8-1. Ruby Nell for Richard Mandela, another horse that should be up on the pace with Edwin Maldonado in the saddle. That one's 8-1. Queen Goddess for Michael McCarthy with Luis Saez in the irons, 4-1. And then we have Elm Drive for Phil D'Amato, another horse that likes to be forwardly placed. Ramon Vazquez at 20-1. Fluffy Socks for Chad Brown. Irad Ortiz Jr. is the pilot. That one's 5-1. And then we have Closing Remarks for trainer Carla Gaines with Juan Hernandez in the irons. 6-1. Wakanaka for Bill Mott rounds out the field with Jamie Spencer aboard. 15-1 morning line. So that is the 12-horse field. And now we'll go through some of the top contenders, and then I'll give out my horse of the day for this race. Hamwood Flier, as I mentioned, number 2, is going to be all over the pace. She just likes to go out there and just try to run them off their feet. She was 3rd in the Grade 2 Goldakova last time out, 22 and change, 45. She was setting some fast fractions. She usually does that. She is 0 for 2 at Del Mar with a runner-up finish, and she's 7 starts at this distance, 2 wins, a second, and 2 thirds. Surge Capacity, one of 4 Chad Brown trainees, and Chad Brown has an excellent overall record in this race. And when he brings his horses out here, a lot of times at least one of them will get the job done. And this filly's only run 4 times. She's a 3-year-old filly taking on older. She has 3 wins and a second. She won her first 2 starts, including the Grade 3 Lake George, and then in the Grade 2 Lake Placid, she was second. And then she bounced back with a victory in the Grade 3 Valley View Stakes. So now she's going to step up and face older company here. Will probably stalk the pace under Rosario. Gracelund Gray is another one that will impact the pace. Whitebeam should work out a decent stalking trip. She has 10 starts with 5 wins, 2 seconds, and a third. And she's 1 for 4 at this distance with 2 runner-up finishes. But she's run twice at this distance in this country, and she didn't win either of those starts. The Plenty of Grace Stakes, she missed by a neck. The Grade 1 First Lady last time out. Gino Romantica in Italian, Evie Jets for 1, 2, 3. This filly stalked the pace and finished 4th under Flavian Pratt. Her 2 wins, the Grade 3 Gallarette at 1 mile and a 16th, and the Grade 1 Diana at 1 mile and an 8th. Beaute Cachee for trainer Chad Brown. She's 3 for 16 overall. She exits a runner-up finish in the Athenia Stakes. That race didn't have much pace. Her stablemate Technical Analysis was controlling the pace. She set a great inside stalking trip, and she held off her stablemate Fluffy Socks by a half length for that runner-up spot. So Umberto Rispoli will ride this stalker. The next one, Ruby Nell, I said she should be all over the pace. She really opened up on him in the Autumn Mist Stakes last time. She 22 and 3, she was up 3 lengths, but then at the half in 45 and 2, she had opened up by 10 lengths, and then that was the big winning move there, and she was able to win by 3 1/4 lengths. She doesn't need the lead, but she really showed a lot of speed last time, and she is 2 for 2 at 1 mile. She's another 3-year-old filly taking on older. Queen Goddess is 6 for 14 overall. She's 2 for 4 with a second and a third at Del Mar, and she's had 2 runner-up finishes from as many starts at this distance. The Grade 2 Goldakova, she chased the pace. She led. Closing Remarks beat her by a half length last time out. I'm not sure that 1 mile is her best distance. I don't know that she can quicken enough and beat some of these. Elm Drive, another horse that should be up on the pace. Fluffy Socks from off the pace in here. She's run 2 times at Del Mar with a win and a third, and she's had 4 starts at the 1 mile distance with 3 wins and a second. So she's one that she's been around a long time. She's a 5-year-old mare. She's earned more than $1 million, and she usually runs her race from off the pace. She hit the board in her last 2 stake starts. Closing Remarks. This one in the Goldakova last time was able to rally nicely and get the job done. This is a good, classy, Calbred mare. She's 3 for 5 with a runner-up finish at Del Mar, and she's run 11 times at this distance. 3 wins, 2 seconds, and 3 thirds. She'll just go out there and give it her all every time. Look for her from off the pace under leading rider Juan Hernandez. Wakanaka for Bill Mott from that outside post. 9 starts, 3 wins, 2 seconds, and 2 thirds at this distance. She's stretching back out in distance after running in turf sprints in her last 3 starts, and she finished 2nd in 2 of those and then 5th last time out. And now stretching back out in distance, she has won stakes races at this distance before, but she's going to have to overcome a tough post. So overall, looking at this field, it looks like there's going to be a fast pace in here. And I'm counting on that fast pace because I'm looking for a horse that I think is the best closer in here. And that horse will be my horse of the day. And that horse is number 10, Fluffy Socks. She's 5 to 1 morning line. She's 5 for 21 overall with 8 seconds and 3 thirds. She's won at Del Mar before, and she's also finished 3rd at Del Mar. So in her 2 starts, she's run well in both of them. She does some of her best work at a flat mile. In the Athenia Stakes, 49, 114 last time at 1 mile and an eighth, did not get any pace help. She ran on for 3rd. In the Boston Spa before that, she ended up really closing strongly, 11 lengths back to just miss by a head. And in that race, she smoked her final quarter in 22 flat. So if she can run that kind of final quarter here and she gets pace help, I think that she can rally and get the win. Her last win was in the Distaff Turf Mile at this distance at Churchill Downs, a Grade 2. So she loves a mile. She's going to get plenty of pace help in here. And Rad Ortiz Jr. just needs to give her a clean trip, and she can rally for the win in here. So Fluffy Socks is going to be my horse of the day, closing day at Del Mar in the Grade 1 Matriarch. And if she happens to scratch out of this race, my alternate is going to be number 5, Whitebeam for trainer Chad Brown. So don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment if you like this horse racing content, and keep checking my YouTube channel for the Road to the Kentucky Derby and Kentucky Oaks 2024 points race video series. Every time they run a points race for the Oaks and Derby, I will be covering those on my YouTube channel. And until I see you next time, good luck at the races.